Zoltan.
Geralt.
Got the card, Zoltan.
Ha! Seems we'll make it, before the king of beggars buggers can get me. Come on. I arranged to meet the buyer at an old brewery. He'll be delighted to see we've got all the cards. The exchange. We should do it right quick.
Afraid your client might change his mind?
Oh, I'm more likely to. Had so many buyers for these cards, I felt like the belle of the ball.
So the buyer, who is he?
A friend of a friend. Don't know much about him, but he's of Duke's ilk, no doubt about that. You know me, Geralt. I'm not prejudiced against anyone, long as they pay.
Ah, at last. I fear the body's gone cold.
What is this?
Your would-be buyer handed us his coin and departed, more or less in that order. Now, the cards, please. I trust obtaining them wasn't too troublesome.
Try it and find out.
You wish me to try? I'm not as foolish as Earl. You ought to know that by now. Get to work, boys. The dwarf I wish to have alive. I must have a chat with him.
Doing it.
Geralt, bastards getting away with my coin. Damn it, with our coin. Chase the horse, son. I'll tend to the others. Go on, Geralt! After him! I'd only slow you down.
Something like that there. Awful not root, does out.
What? Can't understand a word.
Leave me. Swiving drowners.
You could use a witcher.
Ha ha. Highly amusing. If I give you the coin, will you leave me be?
No. Rather make sure this was our last meeting.
So, you get him? You get the coin?
Yes.
And what about Duke? Finish him off? Ah, that's grand. Well, Geralt, what's your preference? Coin or cards? I'd never have managed without you, so you choose. If you want gold, it's not a problem. I'll find another buyer for these cards in a flash.
Kinda curious how the cards might serve me.
Excellent. I'll take the coin to the King of Beggars right away. Surprise the prick.
Good luck, Zoltan.
Thanks, Geralt. And remember, The catfish is the king of the ponta.
Zoltan,
Get out.
I know where Ciri is.
Then why are we here? Let's go get the lassie.
I'll do that, but I have another job for you. You need to set out for Kaer. That's where I'll take Ciri. The Wild Hunt will attack soon afterwards. Could use you at our side.
You'll have me and my axe.
Thanks. See you at Kaer. Vesemir, Eskel, and Lambert are already there.
Wonderful.
Swinging off the hinges all day. You get everything?
Learn anything else about Albert?
Well, almost none of the mages have heard of him. An amateur, I guess.
So why the interest? Temple guards first, then hunters?
He's easy prey, and that's exactly why we should help him. Come back once you've got it all. You get everything?
Everything's ready. We can go.
A shame events like this are so rare. Without them, I'd never get to see you dressed up.
Damn doublets chafing my armpits, and it feels like they sewed wires into this.
I'll be sure to admire your valiant suffering the whole time. Well then, shall we go?
Greetings, my lord, my lady.
We're Lady Ingrid Vegelbud's guests.
Your invitation, please. All's in order. You'll find Lady Vegelbud in the estate's yard. Look for the parrot mask. One more thing. Leave your swords here, please.
Fine.
A pleasant evening to you both.
It's beautiful here. I haven't been outside the city in ages.
Come now, don't cry. After all, he's not the only
pardon?
one in the world.
Well.
Where will I find
Hello,
baronet?
No use pretending you don't know me. Is that any way to treat an old mate? Refuse to acknowledge him?
There's been a mistake. I don't know you, sir.
Don't be foolish, Vivian. I'd recognize that mane anywhere. You might play the Great Dame now, But before that Baron Edward something pulled you from the gutter, you were a common.
Enough. The lady said she doesn't know you.
Who's this? The new one? Older than the last, it seems. A decrepit, moss-covered prick. So, the less they can, the more they pay. Is that it?
You asked for it.
We weren't supposed to draw any attention.
What? Nothing happened.
Back again, Rivian trap. I bid you a cool farewell.
Intolerance and superstition have always been...
I'm a kraken!
My, is he ever sorted?
Radovid's not a whit better than Emir.
Moritz, what are you doing here?
Little Miss Marigold. Well, well. And I was led to believe this would be an elegant affair.
Yes, I missed you too. But can we put that aside for now? Do you have a way out of Novigrad? You can join us if you want.
Join you? And just who would I join?
Your friends, among others. Once we've all gathered, I'll lead you.
You will lead. Forgive me, Marigold, but that is like allowing myself to be led by a lame duck. Farewell.
Who is that?
He's an old friend. His name's Moritz Diefenthal. Tell you the story later.
Well,
Oh, let's look around.
No, I'm not interested in making a scandal. Not in the least.
well, they'll kick him out. It's another night.
Gregor, have you seen Durgoff just moments ago? Oh, apologies. I mistook you for my friend, sir. He wears a similar mask.
General Voris.
Geralt of Rivia. So, I was not entirely mistaken.
Pleasure, as always. This is...
A beautiful and mysterious lady. Let us leave the formalities to the event's end, when all will remove their masks. More fun that way, wouldn't you agree?
I would, sir.
And now I must beg your pardon. I really must find Durgoff, and quickly. A lovely evening to you both. Geralt?
I expect model behavior scans.
Radovid's not a whit better than Emir.
Ah, another challenger. Please join us. Sir Devenant just vacated his place at the table. It's rather unlikely he'll be back.
What happened to him?
Some good men took him aside to prevent him from hurting himself. So, shall we play? First, you shall face Margrave Vladimir de Cray. The man can afford to lose, so he's likely to be reckless.
Let's do it.
One more round? When the cards come your way, you must spring on the opportunity. Your next opponent, Count Gomo Sealing. In his day, his father lost the family estate in the Nimnar Valley. Seems Gomo has followed in his footsteps. Yet do not underestimate him. Desperate men can be dangerous.
Let's do it.
So, one more round? When the cards come your way, you must spring on the opportunity. Sir Marius Florin. They say he never loses thanks to his Zugelbone amulet. Naturally, I could tell you more on the subject, but...
Let's do it.
Pardon me. Sir, I beg your
Novigrad,
pardon.
capital of the world.
Don't bother me, please.
Good day. Intolerance and
greetings. Do
superstition
we know
have
each
always
other?
been a fool's remit.
Beg your pardon?
Apparently,
Beg your pardon?
contraption of the pacifier.
Why would a witch come?
Turn to Joel finally.
A second chance? Good one. Cemeteries are full of men who thought old Joel would give them a second chance.
Siggy, I'll be.
Geralt! Damn it all, how do you recognize me?
Your voice, unmistakable.
Oh yes, those famous witcher senses. Finally getting some use out of them. And who's this creature with you? May I be introduced?
Hey, Reuven.
It can't be! Is that the lovely warble of my favourite accomplice? Well, we've jested and laughed, but I've a sense you're in a hurry.
Really?
You know, Geralt, somehow I dislike running into you at parties. My bones start to ache, as if bad weather were approaching.
She wore a turkey mask to the last ball. Can you imagine?
Oh, our mother says the
Go
girl
away.
has a singular sense of humour. If you ask me, she's batty.
Do not. I repeat, do not
Yeah.
come any closer.
Excuse me a moment. Miss?
Yes, it's me. The trout buyer?
Oh, yes, of course. Please excuse the precautions, but perhaps we could speak somewhere in private.
I think we've met before.
Oh, you're... Indeed. Well, I must say I feel reassured Albert will be in good hands.
Any sign of the hunters recently?
Since they attacked my servant at the market, none. All has been quiet. But I bribed a man of the Temple Guard. He claims there's more and more talk of Albert in the ranks.
How did the guardsmen learn about your son's interests to begin with?
Unfortunately, I cannot be sure Albert himself was not the source, merely boasting about an experiment. He's careless that way. Like his father, a kind man but a dimwit. Devoured by an Arrakis. I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah. Must have traveled far and wide.
Hardly. He attempted to breed them. Perhaps I should be pleased Albert adopted alchemy as his hobby. A safe one, relatively speaking. Until recently, that is.
Let's get Albert. Where is he?
Entertaining the guests. He's always been an outsized presence at my receptions. I preferred not to arouse any suspicions.
When can we take him away?
We shall have to wait until the guests have imbibed enough to notice only the goblet-laden trays. Don't fret, it won't be long.
Is your son ready to go? We'll have to act quickly.
Yes, I've seen to everything. Where will you take him?
You're better off not knowing any details. He'll be safe, I promise.
But...
Please, trust me. It's not the first time I've done this.
I know. Thank you.
How will we recognize him?
He's donned a panther mask. He knew you were due to come for him. Seemed rather excited, ironically. I'm afraid he's not fully comprehended the danger he faces. As I said, he's not terribly bright.
Don't worry about that. He'll fit right in with a good number of the other mages.
Geralt! Let's go find him.
I shall await word from you.
Let's look for Albert.
Mark my words, I'll kick him out. Get another night with that whore.
Holy, you're a stick.
You still speak to her after that horrible mismarriage.
Your waist, like everyone else. I knew old Brimstone.
He's like so careless.
Behave yourself. Do what you must, but behave.
superstition have always been a fool's, really.
Oh!
Sold him off.
Hard finding work here, you know. With the eternal fire burning and all that.
Well done, old chap. I'm not just some old shot. I'm a cat. Sold him off. Stuck him right in the pot.
Rabbit's not a whit better than
Well
me.
done, old chap.
Might even be
I'm
worse.
not just some old shot. I'm a cat.
And then a colossal boom.
Yes, Master?
Yes.
Nice mask.
Rawr.
Albert Vegelbud.
No. I'm a Black Panther.
Oh my, Count!
Your mom sent us, Mr. Panther.
Oh, so you are.
Yes. When can we leave the estate?
Well, Mama said it would be best to wait until everyone's drunk. Besides, there'll be fireworks later, a jolly good distraction. Once they've begun, I shall slip away, saunter into the garden. We'll meet in the hedge maze.
Be waiting for you there.
Very well. But first, you absolutely must try the Fiorano Rosé. Absolutely.